Good boy. Look at the baby. Oh, he's a baby. Oh, should you say hello? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be trying out some more samples of foundations. This is starting to become a series on my channel, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I have never tried the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I've had the sample on hand for a little bit now, and I keep putting it off because I'm like, you know, you kind of just wait and you're like, everyone loves this foundation. I always hear great things about this and I really don't want to waste it. But today I have finally asked you guys on Instagram yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I don't actually know when I'm putting this video up, but I'm pre-filming at the moment. But I did ask you guys on Instagram and you guys had a pretty strong vote to see this one first. So that's what we are doing today. So this comes, the sample I got from Sephora, and with these videos I judge the foundation as product and also as the sample if there's enough product. If the sample is like janky and you can't really actually get to the product, or it doesn't let the product perform at its full potential, you guys know. So it comes in shade 2, 5.5, 9, and 14. So I'm going to use shade 2. For the full size of this foundation, it is $64, and it is the best time for me to fall in love with foundations because it is the Sephora spring sale right now. So, I mean, if I fall in love with new foundations, at least I get a discount. And this is supposed to be a medium buildable foundation, giving you that like second skin-like glow within kind of a look to your face. So with this foundation, I'm gonna use, I already washed my face, but for primer, I'm gonna use the Good Molecule Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. This one has been working up pretty good with all my foundations so far. And since this didn't really come with like a primer like the Guerlain one did, I'm so hoping this foundation works so well for me. I have such high expectations. I don't know what it is. Like, I never really we don't have a lot of like huge Sephoras, or I don't know if I just like never really noticed it, but I've always heard such fantastic things about this foundation. What are my words today? And I don't know. I guess it's the brand that I was like, oh, don't even try it. Don't even look at it. Don't go near it. You're gonna love it. You don't want to love it. That's kind of was my mindset with this. So I stayed pretty far away from this. But so far with this sample, it feels like there's a pretty fair amount of foundation in here. Like that I can get more than one use with this one shade. So I'm hoping. So per usual with these videos, I'm going to do foundation, wear test, a concealer, and we're going to see how this goes throughout the day. It is about 11 o'clock right now. So, oh, I might have to cut this open because now my fingers are all greasy. Well, not greasy, but you know, they're slippery from putting on my primer. But I will have a pretty fair day of trying this out. Ooh, that looks like a good shade for me. Ooh, I'm excited. All right, so it did say to focus the foundation in the center of your face, work it out, it's buildable, and you can use a sponge or a brush. I am so excited. Oh, this looks like a perfect match. I've been using so many foundations and concealers to try and like use them up that are not my shade, and it feels really nice to actually use a foundation that is my shade for once. Look at that match. Hello. It does have kind of like that luxury makeup brand smell to it. I would say it's a little bit more on the light side of coverage. I did use everything that was on my hand. The heck? But you can still see on my face, you can see veining, freckles, little red spots that I have at the moment. But I mean, as far as like laying on my skin, it's not going into my pores really weird, and it's not like balling up, and it's laying down really well. That is my first impression. I like don't want to use this. I'm so awful. I'm like, please let me save some, please. All right, so second go around. And it could be that I'm just using a sponge and that it's soaking up the product, but I mean, it's looking bomb. Wow, this foundation looks so good. Oh, Guerlain and Giorgio Armani, leave me alone. Stop making me buy things. Wow, I can't believe how good of a match this is. I was kind of thinking it was going to be a little too on the yellow side for me, but it actually matches pretty freaking good. So now let's see if it's gonna get darker or what's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna zoom you guys in again because I do have a little bit of foundation left on my hand. I do want to see if I can go over this part of my face. It does seem like that was a bit buildable. Oh man. Oh man, I love this foundation already. I don't want to use it up. I don't. I want to treasure the sample. You guys ever had that where you just don't want to use a sample because you're like, don't ever leave me? So I'm just building it up around the center of my face because that's where I have the most texture and discoloration and pores and breakouts and blackheads. But so far, I would say this looks really good. It's laying down really well. It looks a hair bit dry around my nose, but that's not really bothering me at the moment. With the claims, I do think it gives that like natural skin-like look to your face. It does have a nice glow within on your face. I'm gonna put a teensy bit of concealer. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. I'm literally just gonna put a little bit in the inner corners of my eyes. I don't want too much because I don't want to ruin the wear test, but I do want to conceal because I am going to be doing another video. All right, and the concealer laid on top of the foundation pretty well. Blended together, didn't do anything weird. And then I'm going to use my Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm going to do pretty much the same thing that I did in the other video, where I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and I'm going to set underneath my eyes and where I get kind of oily throughout the day. Now this foundation didn't have any like wear test claims. From what I can tell, like 5 hours of luminosity or, you know, it didn't have any kind of time claims. So we're just gonna see what this is gonna look like. Do you think the Laura Mercier powder did tone down some of that glowiness to it? It does look a little dry around my nose still, just in this spot. It could be that I just need to exfoliate because the side of my nose doesn't look that bad, but this, oh, my nail dug right into my nose, didn't it? Oh goodness. But this side of my nose doesn't look that bad. And as far as the rest of my face goes, nothing else is looking dry or anything like that. So far we are looking a-okay with this foundation. I'm gonna do kind of the rest of my makeup, a little bit of bronzer, eyebrows, and then I'm gonna film another video and then we'll see how this wears throughout the day. I'm hoping this looks pretty good throughout the day. Though I will say, so far with the first impressions, I do like the Guerlain one a little bit more, just because it is kind of looking a little dry around my nose and the Guerlain one didn't do that. But this definitely does look like skin, especially on my pores. I think this part of my face looks just photoshopped. It doesn't look real. So we're off to a good start today. So I will be back with a little check-in. All right, update time. It is about 5:10 almost 5:10, 5:08, whatever time it is. But everything is looking pretty good with this foundation. It's not getting overly oily, it's not separating, and my cheeks are looking flawless. Oh my god. Like, this part of my cheeks looks like it's just blurred and airbrushed. It's blowing my mind. But I did get a little fallout right here that I can't get off, and I did get a little fallout from my eyeshadow look on my nose. The more oils that are coming in on my skin, the less dry my nose is looking. So I probably need to exfoliate the side of my nose and do a little face mask to help even this combination skin out, because, you know, it has issues. What are you eating? Cashew. No. As far as going into my creases, for how long has it been? Like 6 hours I've had this foundation on. This is nothing for like what I normally deal with. And same with my smile lines. There's like nothing. So yeah, this foundation is looking thebomb.com. It's very skin-like. Like, it looks like airbrushed model skin. I also forgot to ask, have you guys tried this foundation before? Do you like it? What you think of it? Because I'm starting to really like this foundation. I didn't like it as much with the first application, but as I'm wearing it and seeing that it's not getting into my creases, it's still looking really good. I didn't really think that it was gonna look this good this far in, but I'm probably gonna be wearing this rest of this makeup for another couple of hours. So we'll do a final check-in. We'll see how the oils come in. I have a poopy with me. Come here. Good boy. Look at the baby. Oh, he's a baby. Oh, should you say hello? Look at your cute face. Oh, you're so cute. He's so big. He's standing up right now. But you still got a puppy face. Can you say hello? I'm 6 months old and I'm getting so big. Yeah, he's my little filming assistant. He's hanging out with me again. Oh man, but I'll see you guys in the final check-in. Hopefully it doesn't go downhill from here, but honestly, for 6 hours, I mean, I think that's a pretty good time to have like your foundation on for like pretty much a whole day. 6 hours. I'm impressed with it so far. All right, it is now a little past 9 o'clock and I'm not actually looking as oily as I anticipated my face to be looking. I really thought it was going to be a lot more oilier than this, but as far as like creasing goes, it hasn't creased that much on my skin. It still looks dewy, but it doesn't look too dewy. It might look dewier with the lights on. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage, but I mean, it feels pretty nice and it's not that hard to just like kind of pat it away. As far as my like pores and stuff, everything still looks pretty like airbrushed and blurred. It hasn't separated or anything weird. So definitely 2 thumbs up for this foundation. Lasted a lot better than what I anticipated it to be lasting like. And then as for the sample, I do have a little bit left in here, which is awesome, that I can try again, which I will probably have to use this tomorrow because I don't know if it's gonna get like crusty in there or what. So I do have a little bit left for another full face, so that's really good to know. And then I do have this shade that I might be able to mix into my Marc Jacobs foundation, Shameless foundation, because this one is pretty pale, so I might be able to mix like a couple drops of this and maybe we'll see how it goes. But that is my little sample test day. If you guys missed the last sample testing video, not sure what to call this series, let me know your suggestions down below. But the last video I'll put right over here for you guys. This video will be suggested to you by YouTube and my face will be right here. Click on it and subscribe to my channel.